Dumbest thing I ever heard.
Hey, but if you cannot satisfy as the man, figure it out. They got all types of stuff.
Please don't say nothing that she just said.
No, it's that CTE you got acting up. Yeah, let's talk.
They never ran out of soap. You want some hand sanitizer, but you're not washing your behind.
That's for sale.
Down, shaking together, shall men give unto your
You ain't pressing.
Just think to yourself, hey, might not even last. Maybe that'll make you feel better at night.
Quit talking.
Got all types of stuff.
And that's my
Figure it
final
out.
word.
What is up, everybody? Hold on, let me get these sounds going.
It's good to see all the people that know people that is people.
Good to see everybody. Come on, tag your friends, tag your enemies. Let's
pull that down just a little bit more, dude. Just a little bit.
More. Is that
there
good?
You go. Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't hear like the thing at all, so I need y'all to let me know.
Oh, okay, you not monitor.
Yeah, I can't monitor it and at the same time.
Yeah, I got you. What's happening, people?
Everybody, come on, let us know that you're watching. Let us know that you're here. Tag somebody, share it, comment. We're gonna have a great discussion tonight. So y'all get in there and get 10 toes down in this thing.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and we ain't gonna delay too much further. We don't have ladies. Usually we go ladies first in the introduction. The ladies are not here at the moment. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep it pushing.
How y'all doing? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Chips Ahoy. I'm enjoying Checkerboy Floyd. Hope everybody's doing good. I know what you're thinking, and you're right. These two brothers on top of me, on above me, y'all got hoodies on like it ain't hot outside. What is wrong with y'all? Like you got a bubble vest and a hoodie on.
I'm inside.
You don't plan to go outside at all at no point in time?
No,
not today, not tonight. Oh, I'm in for the day.
It's
hot. It's hot out there.
It's serious business. It's serious,
man.
Out there.
We skipped that whole nice springtime type of thing. Like we went straight
maybe a couple days, then it started raining, and then boom, scorching.
About a week. After a week, it was a wrap. So
yeah.
Springtime is for losers, I guess. We don't recognize springtime here. But hey, everybody, my name is Lee. 3 letters, 2 of them are the same, and I am so excited about the show we got going on. It's about to be great. It's about to be popping. So can't wait.
And what's going on, everybody? This is Zoe, and usually I kick it off with the funniest thing I've seen today. I don't have my fancy switcher, but I'm gonna share this screen and we gonna see if y'all can hear what my funny thing is. But yeah.
Let's see.
Nah, so we definitely got something. Oh, no.
Same way, Sister Bams. Cold inside with the air on.
Yeah, I just came from outside.
We ain't going outside.
It's hot.
I had to I spent like 2 hours trying to get my sprinklers, position right, and I got to put them on timers, and it's a lot, man. It's a whole production where I'm at.
Well,
hey, I'm gonna have to come back on my funny thing because Google Chrome lost permission to share my screen.
You got to update it.
Got to update the permission.
You got to update the Chrome.
Man,
well, you can go to the funniest thing. It wasn't today, but the funniest thing I seen this week was those posts I sent.
Those posts you sent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can pull up the post you sent. That's for certain. But I still got to change for Google Chrome to have permission.
Yep, you got to edit. You got to update it. It's red at the top. What's going on, DD? Hey, Sister Elliott, Sister Bams. Rita Walls, Brother Elkins, how you doing?
Everybody.
Teddy
Daddy.
Jones,
Everybody.
Don, what's happening? Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all nice and cool. I just came from the zoo, so what's up to Mia? Hope you ain't skipping out on work to watch us.
Hey, I'm about to disappear for like a quick second.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get this. These messages up. Hold on.
No, you know what? I ain't even got to disappear. There we go. We all right.
Cool.
Come on, I lied.
Hey, I know y'all guys see we kind of skimpy today, you know. Somehow, you know, the sisters kind of find a way to scoot out the back door real quick. You know what I mean?
Always.
Faye
Leave
had
us-
the nerve to call me. She called me stupid. Now she said that she didn't say that, but I know when somebody calling me stupid, right? And if you know, I felt like she was calling me stupid. So we just gonna stick with that, okay? She talking about, you know, men and boyfriends and husbands ain't got
You
common
talking
sense.
about Faye's post?
Yeah, talking about we ain't got common sense. Well, what about when y'all got to go around the corner without a GPS, or when y'all simply got to just read the little instructions to put that little 3-piece shelf together, and y'all just completely just fall apart, just don't know. Not who ain't got the common sense. See, I just don't. I don't appreciate it. You know,
Well,
I know when somebody calling me stupid. I know
what happened. What happened for her to call you stupid, Tim?
she said that in a post, and I felt triggered. I felt like she was talking.
I didn't see the post. What'd she say?
It was a close friends post. So she said that men, even though y'all have, you know, y'all be having the best intentions, y'all don't have no common sense, right? But I'm like, you know, you can say the same thing for both sides. You know what I mean? I just felt like it was, you know, I felt the hostility that was coming, that was emanating from that post, and I just had to respond. You know what I mean? So don't be calling me stupid. You know, I don't appreciate that. I'm gonna clap back every time, straight up and down.
I didn't
Straight
get to any of that stuff. Fonzo, you get what you need, bro.
Yeah. No, we ready to rock. So
right,
we gonna see if y'all can hear this. But yeah, no, this was the funniest thing. And one thing y'all gonna notice is that a lot of my funny things are from Kev on stage. I think Kev on stage is hilarious. So I mean, I apologize if you're not a big Kev on stage fan, but if you're not a big Kev on stage fan, shame on you. Shame on you. That's your fault, not mine. Funniest thing I saw.
I am Tara, and I killed my stepdad in self-defense.
Hey everyone, I'm Kevin, and my fun fact is I went to 3 different high schools in 4 years. So this place is called Vector Knives?
She killed her stepdad in self-defense. Why would you ever want to tell somebody that, bro? See, I mean, that's what happened. Them other colored people. That's what I call them other.
Them other colored people, huh?
Them other colored people be tripping, man. Like that's not a fun fact, Sarah. That's just not. There's nothing fun about that fact.
Hey,
you know?
Old girl said, I forget who was it, but somebody said that we got to stop using the K word.
What is the K? Karen.
Karen, we got to stop using the K word. The K word is like the N word. Y'all ain't see that post?
Well, if the shoe fits, you understand me? It ain't like no
K word.
If the
Shut
shoe
up, Karen.
fits. If
all right, so this is the funniest thing that I saw this week. All right. So it's a 2-parter. This was a post. I'm just scrolling, right? This is a group on Facebook, Young Black and Christian. And apparently there was a post that said, why is it so difficult to find a serious, committed, and ready man of God, young Black and Christian singles, right? So this woman gets on and she says, it's not your job to find a man. It's God's job to bring him to you. You're probably putting in work you shouldn't be. Don't stress, don't worry, and don't try too hard. Just leave it in God's hands. Now, that seems like, you know, some good advice. But then we get to the next one. Hold on, let me share this one. This is the replies to her post. Boom. Right? No, this is not what I'm talking about.
This is it.
Look like the same thing.
Yeah, this is it. This is the replies. Y'all see the replies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so period. That somebody was amening. And then a woman by the name of Chantel says, "Is that what you did for your husband?" And Alyssa comes back on and says, "I'm not married or dating." And then Chantel says, "Oh, okay." And I probably laughed for a good 7 minutes and then reread everything and then laughed for another 3 minutes. Like, this was hilarious to me.
Okay, wait. Let's go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning of that first one. I want to make sure we understand.
Yeah,
what's happening here.
I go back as many times as you need be. Let's put this back on. Put this back on. Hold on. Open the preview. It's previewed. Now select the window.
I want to make sure that we are understanding
properly
what's actually happening here.
Yeah, you got to get the whole scope. So my sharing it's
just like
No, it's cool. I'll pull it up. I got it too.
I got it. Here
All
we
right,
go.
cool. We got it. Okay. So this post in Young Black and Christian, this is just somebody put it in a group chat.
Yeah,
right?
they were just saying it's a Facebook group. They just wanted to start some conversation. They was asking the question.
Okay. They just asking the question, and the question is, why is it so difficult to find a serious, committed, and ready man of God? Okay, that was the question. And someone responded to this question by saying, it's not your job to find a man of God. It's God's job to bring him to you. You're putting in work you shouldn't be putting in. Don't stress. Don't worry. Don't try too hard. Just leave it in God's hands. So God will provide you with a man of God.
That's what she's saying. That's what
she was quoting what the other women told her when she had that same question. She was looking for her a strong, black, ready Christian man in the church, and some mother came up and told her, and now that's what she's telling this lady. Ain't saying she's wrong, but
the thing is, the thing is, like, she got on her real bold.
Yeah.
Real bold.
Real
like
swift,
she was swift. Like, this is the first comment that you see. And then
she got right on it.
Like, the question comes up, okay, is that what you did? Like, are you saying this from experience? And not only did she say she didn't have nobody, she say she don't got nobody and she ain't dating either. So you really just validated what this person was saying, talking about it's so difficult to find a ready man of God. You don't have a ready man of God.
Yeah.
And your mentality has not helped you in this. So why would you go and spread it if it hasn't worked for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
exactly
hilarious.
That's like non-athlete sports commentators. That's what that was.
Hilarious.
And so and you're saying hilarious because on the next picture, someone asks her, is that what you did for your husband?
Right.
And she says, I'm not married nor dating. So essentially saying, like, I'm not trying to be with anybody.
Essentially saying I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no earthly clue.
Exactly. When it comes to this whole dating marriage game, I have no clue what I'm saying. So disregard everything that I'm saying because I don't know what I'm talking about. That's what she said.
Non-applicable. That's what she should have put.
I'm not married or dating. Meaning I ain't found nobody either.
Right. And Brother Bearfield, what does it mean to be a ready man of God? What does that mean?
Ready man of God?
Ready for what?
I don't know.
He can be ready for a lot.
Ready to have her.
Right.
Ready for her.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Is that God's job? Like, is it God's job or God's promise to bring you somebody? Is that what it is? I think that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Is it God's job? And you know what? I'm going to yield the floor to Pastor Lee here. You know, because Pastor, I don't know if y'all been watching Pastor Lee teaching over the last few weeks.
It's been a blessing to my soul.
Man, look, he gonna mess around and get everybody canceled. All right. I mean, Lee, hey, look, and I'm gonna say this because we on Sticks and Stones. Lee is the first person I've ever seen do a Bible class and talk about orgies.
First.
And literally use
break it.
It's like that's the first thing. You don't warm up to it, you nothing. Nope. And he literally saying, "Oh, they having orgies at the bottom of the mountain." I said,
he was about 15. So he was about 15 minutes in, man, and he could, it wasn't nobody in the house, but he can just feel that the people online was going to sleep. And how am I gonna wake him up?
Hey, look, Tim. I don't even remember the whole Bible class. I couldn't even tell you what Lee was talking about. But I heard when he said them orgies at the bottom of the mountain. I definitely heard that. I needed some clarification after that.
Right. We needed. Hold on. Wait. Let's
rewind. Hold on. What's going on?
Yeah. See, I'm telling you, man,
I like to let everybody know online that I will no longer be doing classes or lessons or Bible classes because it seems that nobody gets the lesson. They just get the words. They don't. He said he don't even remember what I said. So apparently I did a horrible job at trying to convey.
Wonderful.
The only reason you said wonderful is because you remember one word.
But you got to go back and get the context. You know what I mean? Why was he orgy? What? Now he got to go back and get the context. Oh, now that was he talking about. And then you happen up on the lesson. You see what I mean? See, when you ain't got the spice words, sometimes they don't make you want to go and research and hear more. But you cruise your writers, Lee. You give them a breadcrumb, and that's not enough. I just got to go get a little bit more. What is he talking about? You know what I mean? And I enjoy that. You do that to your listeners, and we need a little bit more like that. We need more like.
What's the question? What is the question? The question is it God's job to provide you a good spouse?
Okay, and let me say this because people keep commenting the same phrase from the Bible, man that find a wife or he who find a wife finding a good thing. Mm-hmm. It don't say in there that God gonna give you the good thing. I'm seeing the word find or findeth. So I guess that means in findeth, one has to search. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming one has to search to find. Again, Pastor Lee, you clarified for me. You let me know, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. Where does the responsibility lie here? Because somebody just told me that it's not my job to go and find nobody. It's God's job to bring somebody to me, and I'm still single. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
How we play this game? Give us the rules.
So I can't give you the huge definition. Here's how I take the passage of scripture when it says, "Man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and is blessed of the Lord and finds favor." The real thing is finds favor with the Lord. But so here's how I said there are two I guess mandates. There are two things going on right here. It said man who finds a wife, right? So it does insinuate that the man is indeed searching, but it also says what he searches for, a wife. Now, you can go through the biblical definition of what seeking and searching is, but I'm just gonna go like straight from what the context is today, practically speaking. Yes. I think the post online was talking about a woman's. It's not a woman's job to find a husband. Now, biblically speaking, you're correct. However, it is your job to become a wife. A wife before he finds you. So maybe the reason that he hasn't found you yet is because you haven't become what it is that he's seeking for. So, and then on the flip side of that, if you are a man and you are seeking out a spouse, right? You're supposed to be looking for a certain thing, and maybe if it is given of God, and on another passage of scripture it says, "All blessings of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow," right? Maybe this is not the season in which he needs to add that thing to you because it would add sorrow to you because you're not prepared to, handle your wife in this season. You're not prepared to handle your spouse in this season. There's a whole lot of things in that context in terms of a man who findeth the wife find a good thing. But for me, I would say there's a mandate on both female and male. The male job is to seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you in terms of, that the spouse, the whatever stature is ordained of you, like God is the one who adds that to the man while he's seeking the Lord, and the woman, her mandate is to become that of which he's searching for. And the only way that you become that, again, you're seeking first kingdom of God, and he is preparing you for indeed who you're supposed to be a helpmeet to. So that's what I think in terms of the whole scripture, man who findeth the wife. Both people got to do something.
For sure.
What y'all think?
Have y'all ever read the whole book of Proverbs?
The whole book?
Yeah.
I believe I have, but
y'all
in
see
the whole
spurts.
book?
It's just a bunch of non sequitur statements. Seem like no. You know how there's in parts of the Bible where there's like cohesive language, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here I'm started at Proverbs 18, verse 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied by the fruits of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing. What kind of conversation? What? Why are we jumping all over the place? That's just the general statement. But yeah, I that's a going back to the question, is it God's job to provide you with a wife? Or even going deeper, is being a husband or a wife, because this is a lot of times taught, or this is the idea amongst church folk, is that God wants you ultimately to, be married or be in a relationship. Now, it may not be the fullness of scriptorial teaching, but that's what we carrying around. We're not satisfied, and we constantly looking. And some of us, might have slipped up and found ourselves with somebody that thought they was our spouse, might have spent either too much time or slipped up and had a kid and found out that wasn't the one, because you didn't take the time to really, one, either become that wife or that husband, or two, be really, I guess, have the right mind or frame of mind in dating or in seeking or being or courting or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think our hastiness definitely ruins the experience. Our hastiness ruins it.
Do you
Is it God's?
Do you think that culturally, we're talking about church culture now, do you think that the pressure from church culture in order to get married off and like get together, do you think that hastens the process as well, where there's so much pressure outside of the relationship itself to get married? Now you got all these other things in your head saying, well, I got to get married and I got to get married soon, because that's what people are telling me I got to do. Like, they're trying to cure my singleness.
Yeah, cure it like it's a disease or something like that, man. I definitely think that. I think not just church culture, but it's even societal pressure. If you're growing in a certain area, or if you're raised with a certain set of principles or ideas, the expectation is from first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby,
Come
what I
baby
mean?
and the
All of
baby
that,
carriage. Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that
yeah.
little
All the
stuff, you know what I mean? And most of it doesn't either have room for grace, growth, or godly guidance.
yeah.
Most of
Yeah,
it
I could
is
agree with that.
hastily sought after. You go after it, you get it, and and you make a mistake, right? And then what? Right? I thought I was on the right path based on these ideas, but then I I got with somebody and that wasn't the one. But then that person knocked me up, right? Or that person, whatever.
Right.
Now
I
you feel like
developed
that
soul ties to the wrong person.
because
Now I got to deal. Right.
you're after this whole process that had been given to you. You know what I mean? These dreams, these bill of goods that have been sold to you, and you
I
blow it.
think that's so unfortunate too, because then you have to you gotta live the lesson. Like, you gotta be the sermon,
Yeah,
because they're teaching against you in the churches, but like, yo, I didn't choose this. This is just
yeah.
is what it became. Like, I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose, to be married and then be divorced, and then so many things go on with it. Like, and we don't have there's no biblical precedence, or culturally, how do we teach, how to be godly in ungodly situations, like how to navigate, like where do you go to learn how to navigate, broken families? Where do you learn how to
My God.
navigate, you know um taking on children that it's not yours? What is the line? What's the line in terms of, okay, I would like to be a part of these kids' life, but there's a line in terms of that it didn't come from me. I'm not paternally, I'm not that person, or maternally, I'm not that person. I'm not their mom, I'm not their father. But what line of authority is going straight to, okay, this is what needs to happen, and this is going too far, and this is not going enough. Like, there are things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, but because we taught against the creating of those situations, now you don't know how to deal with the situation when it comes up.
When it happens, right?
So now, they got to live the sermon out, and you still preaching against them, but they got to sit there and listen to that for the rest of their lives, and I think that's unfortunate as well.
It is.
So it's
So go ahead.
go ahead. I was about to do what you about to do. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to go back to. I'm gonna go to the phrase that everybody's quoting on this subject, which is "He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing." Then the question was posed, which I believe is the great question: what is the definition of a wife? So if we saying "He who findeth a wife," what is the definition? What are we defining as a wife here? What is a wife?
So going back to my previous statement with the whole passage of scripture, which said, "Man who findeth a wife." My thing was, ladies, women who are seeking the Lord as far as who they are to become. God creates the complement, if you will, to whoever it is that you are assigned to. So The Last Dance, right? The Last Dance. Steve Kerr's getting interviewed, and I don't know which episode it is, but he was talking about why it is he was so successful with Michael Jordan. And he said this, and at first, because I'm a sports guy, it's just talking about sports. But then once I sat down with it and I kind of marinated with it, I'm like, yo, that's so much bigger than sports. So he's like, hey, Steve, Kurt, no offense, but you weren't that good a player in your day. Why is it that you had some success with the Bulls? And he said, you're right, I wasn't a good player, but Mike had a certain play style, he had certain strengths, and my role was to complement my leader, and I excelled at my role. If you want to stay in this league, you have to find ways to complement your leader. All right. So again, I'm just thinking that, 3-point specialist, okay, cool. But I think that that applies to this situation right here. I think a wife is God's complement to a person. Like he is the complement to her, and she is the complement to him in terms of the purpose on why they are where they are in the function of the kingdom of the Lord. So if you are who we believe we are, which we're Bible believing folks, everybody's here for a purpose. Everybody's here for a destiny. Like you're here for a reason. Well, that reason that you're here, God gives aid to that reason and the sustaining of that in the form of a compliment, like a help or a help meet. So what is she helping you meet? She's helping you meet your destiny. She's helping you meet the purpose in which the God called for you. So that's my definition of a wife. Again, if you just got to boil it down to something, I think that Steve Kerr said it best. In order to be married and stay married, you have to become and accentuate, and complement your leader, and complement the other person. So where they're strong, you aid, and where they're weak, you give strength to. So that's what I think.
I'm gonna go to the question. The question is it God's job to find or to provide you with a spouse? I think God provides for all need. He provides all needs. One, I believe He is our provider. He is our sustainer for all things. Even in the provision of opportunity for us, either to grow or whatever. And I think that He knows our desires and He knows our needs. He knows what we want and He knows what we need. He knows His purpose, His plan for us. And if that includes a spouse, He is the provider of that ultimately. Are we engaged in that process from growth, from personal growth, to also the seeking of it? Yes, I think more so it's our job to prepare ourselves and not necessarily I think it's our job to prepare ourselves for that moment. I think He's our ultimate provider. He knows our desires, He knows our needs, He knows what He has for us. So I can't say, did God leave this for men and do y'all make well, no. I believe He is I believe He leads and guides us into all truth. All of it, even when it comes to our spouse. So I believe, is it God's job? I don't know about the phrasing, but I think that He does that. So yeah, my answer would be yes to that question.
This question is yes. The answer to this question is yes. It's God's job.
I guess I'm rephrasing the question: does God find your spouse, or does God prepare a spouse for you, or does if that is in His will, is that His will for you? Then my answer to this question would be yes. If that be His will, He does provide that one for you, and it proves over time. Honestly, it proves over time. You see her, you find her to be your wife, she's the one. But over time, you really see, this really ain't me. This is really God's doing. And it's not just that this person is perfection or that this person is, the greatest thing in the world. Lee, you're muted, or unless that's me.
Nah, he ain't muted.
What's happening?
But before he says anything, no, let me just cut in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I appreciate about you guys is you guys are, both of you guys are very intellectual beings, especially when it comes to being intellectual biblically. You guys can, quote scriptures and give very good insight and use the right language to be able to correlate scripture to what we're talking about. And you guys are very intellectual with that. And I applaud you guys and I commend you for that. There are 30 people watching. I guarantee you some of those 30 people are simple-minded like myself. They don't use the big words and the fancy correlations and all the nice-looking language. So I'm going to give my answer in much more simpler terms than the answer that you two gave, that a lot of other simple-minded people like myself can actually get the answer. Before I give the answer, I want to give a quick shout out to Brittany Reed. She just sent me a text, said that she saw that we were live. I believe she's watching right now. Quick little shout out, Britt.
What's up, Brittany?
My answer to the question.
I just want to point out that Zoe called y'all simple-minded. Now,
no.
If he's talking to you, he called you simple-minded. He did.
No.
I'm just saying.
Lee, you're still. We can't hear you. Lee. I don't know what's going on. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can't hear you. But all I said was, of the people that are watching Tim, all right, I would say a good 30%, probably like myself, right? I mean, everybody ain't well versed in the multiverse like y'all are. So, we ain't, saying sometimes we just gotta, keep it simple.
Okay,
and all I'm saying is, for those that like to keep it simple, I'm gonna give a very simple answer. And this is just my answer to the question of, is it God's job to provide? That answer is, if it was God's job to provide with a good spouse, in my estimation, we wouldn't see so many leaders in the church single right now. We have a lot of single pastors, a lot of guys who are preaching that ain't married, never been married. Some of them been married a few times. If it was God's job, we wouldn't be seeing none of that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, I can't rock with you on that, but I do agree. Like on this question, I don't believe it's God's job to provide you with a spouse, because again, the whole phraseology of this question, it messes with you. It's the phrasing of it. It's bad.
No. We phrased the question the same way the question was asked in the group chat. Young black. What was the group called? Young black and Christian.
Christian, yeah.
Young black and Christian singles proposed a statement. Why is it so hard to find? And then old girl came in and said, it's hard to find because it ain't your job to find. You're supposed to sit around and it's gonna come to you.
Which then she has done, and she hasn't found anybody. So
exactly. So that's not working very well for her. Obviously, she don't know what she's talking about.
She's not a role model in this thing. But the whole thing about, is it God's job to provide you with the spouse? Okay, let's go through the list of priorities in terms of what God is trying to do. First and foremost, he does not owe anybody. He doesn't owe you a doggone thing in terms of a spouse, somebody to kick it with, just sheep buddies. He don't owe you none of that.
Your light bill.
He don't owe you your light bill. He don't owe you jack. Okay, so is it God's job? No. Okay. No. The only reason that God is doing what he's doing, his whole purpose, and I said this in the class when I said orgies, but you only got the orgies part. His whole purpose was
to restore. Part, Lee.
No, it wasn't. Look, no, Fonzo, no. All right, you
listen. You got my attention.
You want to listen,
right?
Yeah, that was the only. The heathens know orgies. All right, the heathens. Everybody. That's all I got.
I was in and out.
I said this. I said it in the
rest of the lesson.
I said it in the class. His whole purpose was to restore man back to Eden, and to restore them back to their original place, walking along with him. So his job, and that's when Jesus was here and he taught them what to pray. He said the first thing that you say is, "Your will be done." That's the first thing that you say. The first thing that you pray for. He said, don't pray for a spouse. Don't pray for, a status or a job. No, the first thing that you pray for is God's will being done. And in fulfilling his will, he may assign you a helpmeet in order to do the assigned work. Right. But if he doesn't give you one because he deems that number one, you don't need it, or it would cause a detriment to you or your purpose, then he doesn't owe you that. So is it God's job to provide you a good spouse? No. It's God's job to provide you with whatever resource you need in order to fulfill your calling according to him. That is the only thing that he is obligated to do. So if it doesn't come in the form of a spouse, you best not get upset, and you best not get be you the head of the singles ministry for 50 years and like, no, don't do that.
Lord,
okay. I'm serious, because like I'm sick and tired of these people getting on Facebook, getting on social media, talking about, I deserve, and the Lord's gonna do that. I deserve. Man,
right.
If it wasn't for the cross, you deserve death. That's it. Yeah. You deserve death.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you deserve. You don't deserve a man. You don't deserve a job. You don't deserve a car. You don't deserve anything. Not on this earth. Okay. So for you to feel entitled just because you're breathing and because you know who the Lord is, congratulations. Yeah.
You don't get no cookie for that. No man comes to the Father except he draw them. You understand me? I'll be so tired of this TikTok preaching and this Instagram, inspirational quote. Come on now.
Yep.
Come on, you can't eat off of that.
Like Lee said, you have been a part of singles ministry for 50 years, and the next thing you know, they got you going to dating counseling.
Right. Exactly.
Or
you've been single for 20 years. You done found somebody. Now you are qualified to give relationship advice.
Send you to dating counseling just to find out that the couple that was counseling you just
all right. Okay, we're not talking. All right, Fonz.
We're not talking about personal experience.
We're not talking about. Hey,
come on out of that.
Yeah, come on out. Be ye healed, sir.
Getting married, y'all behind the closed doors, sampling the single women, so y'all ain't got to get married. So
that's true though.
Getting the slim pickets and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Then,
it's the wild, wild west out here.
And then all of a sudden you get elevated pastor and elder and minister and all this other stuff, and you done tried out the usher board and half the choir and all this other stuff. You walk around with titles.
You done ran through the whole congregation.
It's a hot.
And you ain't got the nerve to say it was God.
Oh God! All right.
Oh Lord Jesus.
All right.
Jesus. Hey, but that's real talk though. It's real talk. This is the wild, wild west out here. Pack accordingly. Wow. All right.
Wow.
West. It is the wild, wild west. So if you are single and you are dating, understand something.
Stop saying single. What is a single? I got a $1 bill in my.
If you are single, if you not married, if you not married,
if you are single. What does that mean? Am I a dollar bill? No. Is that what you mean? Am I a single potato chip?
You can't even be Oreo. You can't even get a dub. That's crazy.
Come on now.
That's crazy to me.
I'm a human. But I have a name. I am a person.
If you are unmarried and you out here dating, understand something. The dating pool got pee in it, and it is not getting better.
No chlorine,
right?
no
salt, no nothing in there. You need to figure this stuff out.
It's rainwater. It's algae in there.
It's bad out here, man.
Goodness. No, it's
trash. Bad.
It's trash.
It's bad.
It's trash. Yeah, I say, man.
If you find somebody that you rock with, that you genuinely have love and respect for, and y'all can find a way to make it work in terms of a relational, moving forward. Yeah. Like y'all better settle down out here.
That's gold.
Settle down.
Yeah.
Settle down.
That's gold. Real talk.
Right.
That's gold. Because gas prices is high.
They high.
Gas
they real high.
High. You hear me? It is not. It's for the birds to be going on these expensive dates. We want to go out to this concert and listen. Look at here.
Hey yo,
meet me at the park. All right, you bring you a frisbee. I got a football. We're gonna play catch. You hear me? And that's gonna be our date. We're gonna fix some ham sandwiches.
Hey, if gas was this high when I was dating, we would have dated over FaceTime.
Real talk.
We'd have dated over FaceTime because there ain't no way I'm spending this. I'm about to spend $50 on it. Because when me and Soraya used to date, I didn't have a car. When we started dating, I didn't have a car. So I would get her car. I would take her out. We would go. I would drop her back off at the dorms, and then I would go fill up the car and then put it back in the lot. So I would fill it up every single time I used it. Understand? Like. That was like $10, and $10 to a college student was a lot of money. All right, that was a lot of money.
You ain't making it. That's a whole lot.
So that same $10, if I was dating now, that'd be like $33. And I don't know about you.
Try 50. Try 50.
I don't know about you, but we can do something else. We can do something else. Let's hang out at the dorms. Let's hang out. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, we going back to the simple times. We going all the way back.
Going Dutch. You know what?
I don't know about Dutch.
Nah, you can't even go Dutch nowadays.
Oh, you can't go Dutch? Why can't you go Dutch?
Man, these folk be out here tripping.
What's wrong with going Dutch?
Man, these folk out here tripping, dog. Man, bro, it's like you can't. Honestly, this is just how trash it is. All right, let somebody that's actually in this realm speak, because both of y'all can't say nothing about this life.
What you mean I can't say nothing about this
Y'all
life?
can't say nothing about this life. Lee, you met your wife in college. She was the first real relationship you got into and you married. So you can't say nothing. You don't know nothing about dating. You don't know nothing about dating. All right. When I came up to your school and I met your wife for the first time, she put her cheeseburger from Cheddar's on your bill. And I didn't even know the chick. All right, so we can't even sit here and act like.
Hey, and I want to let everybody know that my brother is a real one, because when he came down there and she pulled that sly stuff, he was about to fight. All right, he was about to fight. He was ready to go.
But you paid for it. He was ready
to handle.
But I paid for it.
No, I paid for it, but he didn't know. He didn't know that's what was going on. Like, he didn't know that's who she was. He thought that she was just trying to pull some. She didn't
have to
ask.
Right.
She didn't even ask, bro, on some real stuff.
She knew what it was.
Like, we sent her out to eat, and then we, the person came out. When you were in college, you splitting everything. Like, every bill getting split. So, they coming out, who's on what. And then out of nowhere, she just said, oh, I'm on his, right? And I'm like, hold up, pause.
Hold on.
Like, first of all, I didn't know who she was at the time. So I didn't see what I just said. No, go back. Go back.
She don't know what she don't know what that is.
She don't even know what it is. She don't even know what it is.
Listen.
You can't even go Dutch, y'all. You can't do it.
Brother Elkins is giving definitions. It means
Drake said, if you ain't got it, we ain't going. That's what
right. No, literally, bro.
If you ain't got it, we ain't going. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. Like, if you ain't got it, we ain't going. You know what? I'm gonna propose this question right now to every female in this chat, and that includes you, Brittany Reed, because you over here sneak this and testing my phone. You need to be commenting, all right? Saying all this little sneak stuff.
What she say, bro? What she say?
What she say that? What she say that? What you say that?
You say that, Chuck? I'm gonna ask for everybody in this chat right now. If somebody took you out on a first date, are you cool with going Dutch? If somebody was to take you out on a first date, are you cool with going Dutch?
They better say yeah.
Let me think.
They better say yeah.
I think you will be surprised. But
have I
I'm gonna put it.
I have never.
That's why
I'm gonna put it on the screen right now.
I have never gone Dutch on the first date. Never. I've never done that.
All right. So here's what we tallying the votes. We tallying the votes.
We gonna tally these. I'm telling you.
John said yes. Carly said no. Carly, yeah, she yeah.
See, Carly ain't going Dutch.
Tim said that's my fault. That's my bad. I'll take old shit for that.
All right, so are you okay with going Dutch? All right, so far, I got one yes. Dawn, Tim, which is Carly. She said no.
Yeah.
Auntie Darlene, she said yeah. Mama Jenkins, Erica Mama, she said yeah. Dee Dee,
she said
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Burfield said he paying.
We asked the women, Brother Burfield. We asked the women.
We did. Now, we did ask the women.
But you ain't even offer, Carly. You ain't even offer. You ain't even offer. You know what I mean? You ain't even reach it to your person. That's like he was.
You didn't even do the little. You didn't even do the
You
check
didn't
tug.
even, you know,
You didn't do the check tug. You know, I got it. No, I got it. No, I got it.
You asked me out. What I'm paying for? You asked me.
She offered a tip. Nothing.
That's crazy. Brittany finally not sneak dissing no more. She said, "Y'all gotta find the right ones." So it's our fault now. So it's our fault.
I always offer to pay for the first or second date.
How many people in these comments saying no? But we gotta find the right one.
No, but she's saying yes, she would. She always offers to pay for the first or second date. So that's a yes. That is a yes.
Okay. Who's that's about all the ones we've got so far. We already know Drake ain't going to.
Mama Elliott. She
said no. I didn't go Dutch. I would expect that.
But I'm not Dutch. I'm not going Dutch.
I would expect that from my granny.
I would expect that too. I ain't gonna be real. I'll be real with you. I expect that too.
Hey, right, but inflation was a little different back in the day. I mean, we don't act like dates wasn't as expensive as they was.
Good question.
The question now making more than the men.
The question, Elkins.
Let the ladies pay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. So guys in the comments, let's figure this out. Would you let the ladies pay?
But see, now Carly be like, "Am I paying for this?" She asked. You know what I mean? So we getting we getting some traction.
Y'all getting a little better. Y'all getting a little better. Yeah, I see it. But once we
you're right.
I will pick up. Yeah. See, you know what?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So right.
Brittany said, "You right. Most times men won't let me pay."
You're right, and I was raised that way, and that's just how I was. I've never first, second date. No, if I'm asking you out, no, I got it covered.
So Brother Bearfield said, "Sure,
you can pay."
But hold on.
No,
Bearfield, you just said I'm paying, and then you said sure.
Burfield, we got receipts. Cap. 752, Burfield.
Cap.
You said you paying. At 752, Burfield, you said
Cap.
you paying.
And
now at 754, you saying, "Oh, you gonna let her pay?" Make up your mind, Burfield.
What is gonna be?
Cap.
Elder Scott said, "Absolutely, Elder Scott. Pastor Scott, you listen. You ain't got to wear your ring, and we know you. It's like you carry yourself." Like you is 100% married, Pastor Scott. So
Liz said she prepared either way. Now, Liz, I'm not asking. I know you prepared. I know you got it. I know you got it. I know
Liz got it. You hear me? If you see them shoes, you know she got it.
I know. Hey, look, if y'all ever
you see them shoes in that bag, you know Liz got it.
I know you got it.
Liz
I know you prepared. I'm asking, what would you do, Liz? I know you got it. I'm asking, what would you do?
If there's one thing you got, it's it.
Dawn said we said Dutch. She said she's not paying on the first date. Okay.
She said she's not paying for him on the first date. I'm not saying for the first date. So we're not talking about first date. We're just asking you in a relationship with another person. Y'all been dating for a while. Would you pay for him? Like you pay for the date, and guys, would you allow your girl to pay for the date?
You got it.
So we're not on first dates no more, Lee?
No, we're not on first date. We just asked the first date for the women's question. We're not on first dates no more because I think that's kind of that's a red flag to a woman if a guy asks for you to go out on a date, then y'all get there and say, "Oh, so you paying, right?"
Right.
That's kind of grimy.
He said, "I pay. If he pay, I double the weight of tip." Okay. Pat Isom says sometimes you can talk about it before you go. Let me be the one to say that if you talk about it before you go and the conversation is somebody else paying, you're probably not going to end up going. Let me just be real on that one.
If we talking money in the beginning, then we probably need to go ahead and
all right. Ham sandwiches. The ladies pay at McDonald's and the men pay for Papa Do's. Right. That's not at all. I think what the case is. You the one actually, Elkins, that said that, and this is a true thing. Women right now, especially like when you look at just education, Black women right now are the highest educated socioeconomic group. So it's only a matter of time, if it hasn't happened already, that they're gonna get paid like it too. So I mean, shoot, let's just be real. Brittany says, as a woman, you don't ask if you can pay. You tell him, I got this handsome. Brittany, you are a unicorn because nobody does that.
Unicorn, you hear me?
Yeah. You don't change for nobody, Brittany. Don't change for nobody. Because they coming for you. They coming for you. All right.
You say, don't change for nobody.
Don't change for nobody. And it ain't the men that's gonna come for you. It's the women that's gonna come for you because they gonna try to change your habits because they got to compete with that. They ain't trying to compete with that, Brittany.
Don't flinch, Don't flinch.
And like a tree that is planted by the water, all right, do exactly what you've been doing. Okay,
stay right there.
So Liz came out and clarified. She said she is okay with paying.
Okay, all right, cool.
She's okay with paying. Now Bearfield is trying to clarify himself. He said, if I ask her out, I'm prepared to pay. But if the woman wants to pay, I will let her. You can't do both. We're not you trying to
right. You trying to play you trying to play both sides, bro.
Shoot the dice, rock, paper, scissors.
Like, we just asked simple question. Will you let her pay? That's it. You said you was paying. And now you saying you ain't paying. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Okay, Sister Bams.
Hold on, what she say? So my husband said the man's supposed to pay.
You might be blessed afterwards.
What? Hey,
I wasn't intended to walk up in your house, but I guess y'all open the door.
Hey, bless him. Bless him.
Goodness.
Bless him then. Bless him then.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Granny said it's the man's job to pay when you go on a date. If you can't, it would be the last time we go out.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. See, now again, I understand that from her dynamic. I understand that from her from the way that she lived in the world. But now if somebody
that Coca-Cola was a nickel. You know
if somebody was my age, a female my age was to have that mentality and say it's the man's job to pay when you go out. Okay, I get it. But logically, if he thinks that it's his job to pay and you guys are trying to cultivate a relationship, if he has some type of obligation, then you're cornering yourself in for you have an obligation when you go out. So if he has to pay, what do you have to do every time they go out? Don't paint yourself in the corner. I'm trying to help you out.
Gas $4.25.
I'm trying to help you out.
Gas $4.25.
$4.29. $4.29 out here.
You know, that is ridiculous. Do you understand?
I don't go nowhere that ain't paying me.
And 25 cents. That's our date right there. Quick tip sale food. It's hot too. You can get your little hot order and we can walk slowly to the pump. I'm telling you.
Yo, for real.
Listen,
for real.
That's the date.
So in 2017, the year 2017, 2016, 2017, I was still in my last year in college. Soraya was already graduated and she had already had a full-time job. She was already teaching, right? Now, of course, as a person as a full-time job, they have a lot more money than the guy that is college broke, right? But no, we still were going out, and since I was raised a certain way, I'm picking up everything. I was picking up everything, and this is kind of why, like, I really fools with my wife, right? So she, like, understanding the dynamics of what's going on, like, she pulled me aside and said, "Look, this doesn't make sense. I don't want this to become a something that you're given that you don't have. You given what you don't have, and this is what I have. I appreciate and I want to spend time with you. I'm willing to pay for. I'm willing to pay for your time, right? So
you got your unicorn now. Hold on, wait a minute. Now we got the round of applause. That now.
Hey, yo, hey, people, please give my wife a round of applause. Please give my wife a round of applause. All types of it.
Come on,
she stopped me from paying my last year in college, and she paid for everything. And we didn't stop the frequency of what we was going on. We was going out almost every day. You know, we was going out almost like we would do, this date and then we do this date. Everything wasn't always about eating, but we always spent time together. And she was the person to say, listen, because I'm in a different spot financially, I'm going to take care of it. And never did that ever change the dynamic of our relationship in terms of the leverage. Because sometimes money brings leverage, and that's not always a good thing, right? Because you paying for everything, you think that you have leverage over the other person. Yeah. That never happened, right? So she, like, it wasn't, oh, because I'm paying, let's do this. No, it was always like, I'm still making the decision. I'm still figuring out what we're doing. Like, she still allowed me to be the man in the relationship, even though she was paying for everything. So
Nemo like it.
Right. And then you want to sit here and talk about dating. Boy,
Fonz. Just because you see my successes, I didn't advertise my failures. I've had some epic ones. But we can talk about that on a Sticks and Stones After Dark. But not right now. Not right now at all. Not right now.
Listen here, man. These young women out here, you know, walking around with heels too small, skirt too small, weave stank, talking about I ain't going out unless you got at least 10,000 in your bank account and I need to see it. Girl, you think so much of yourself. You think so much of yourself.
For the streets.
I'm telling you.
SKR
Now,
me attempting to pick you up was the date, and it is now over.
Now, Tim, are you saying that if her weave don't stink, that she's allowed to see the 10 grand?
No. I'm saying that the weave just happens to stink, and my decision to leave her home had already been made before I knocked on the door.
And again, this speaks to about quality, right? So, like, for guys associate different qualities when it comes down to associating value to a person. To me, I love the way that my wife looks in terms of when she does it up, like when she puts on makeup and when she does all that type of stuff. I love it.
She put them on.
When she put them clothes on, like when she put it on you, she put it on you, right? I appreciate that because I think a wife is a man's greatest accessory. Okay, not demeaning her worth as like an accessory, but I'm just saying like she dresses you up the best. If you wanna go into a room and look like you somebody, you have somebody on your side that look like they somebody.
You don't need to say a word. You don't need nothing. You don't need to flash nothing. You ain't gotta have no fancy watches on. Let her walk in the door next to you. And that's gonna affirm that's worth enough. That's wealth right there.
I'm waiting for the first woman to throw a fit because you said accessory. You use the word.
Look, y'all can throw whatever y'all want to throw at me. All right. I'm all the way in Winsville. You can't reach this far. All right. So you can throw whatever you want to throw at me. But I'm saying that is the dynamic that changes. And that's what we associate, like as men. I think that we associate value to that. We ascribe value to that. So much. And for women, it's a little different because I don't think a man can dress up a woman like a woman can dress up a man. It just doesn't work that way. So, you know, it is what it is. We can talk about that stuff on a later show, but that's what I'm thinking. Are you dating for the purpose of possibly getting married?
Is that the reason for it? I think that was just a general question.
Is that a general question?
Yeah. I mean, that's the difference of, you know, maybe modern day dating or just, you know, some people think I've heard the philosophy you date to find out who you are. Sound like a boss lady to me.
She went there.
Here we go. All right. Hey, guess what? We already an hour and 3 in.
She went there.
And
hold on.
And pimp my pickle, twist my pickle.
Hold on. You ain't about to throw this grenade in here, then talk about say, okay, I'm out.
Push my pickle is not gonna have us in here for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, they talk about okay, I'm out. You know what? I'm not even gonna dignify that.
He made her a boss because now she got somebody to boss around. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not dignifying.
That's what I say. Now. He made her a boss because now she got somebody to say, "Hey, Lee, do this because I said so." And he says, "Yes, baby, I got you." Boom.
I just want to give context for those that don't know why the sting is so real.
Yeah.
About a couple of months ago. I don't know how long ago this episode was.
It was maybe
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
We did an episode about the evolution, or I guess the fad of being a quote unquote boss chick, and how we have the conversation was evolved from the base conversation, which was we talk about. She said it's Twist My Pickle and More LLC.
Twist My Pickle and More.
All right, LLC. I got you, LLC.
She said,
I got you, LLC.
We talked about the conversation started with just talking about how singleness is a big thing in the Black community, right? And it evolved into the conversation of the perception of a boss chick, and how said boss chick doesn't really work well in relationships, because society doesn't really allow them to.
Right.
And
the way to become a boss chick is to assert your independence, as in not needing anyone else.
We are not about to go down that road again.
I'm just saying. I'm not about to. I'm just saying.
Already
defining our terms.
We are 10 minutes past the time we are supposed to end, and you're gonna start a whole other conversation.
No, I'm not. I didn't do nothing. It was Pickle My Twist down there that did it. It wasn't me.
Right. Pickle My Twist. How many pickers did Peter Pan?
Right. Look. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Come in here. Matter of fact, keep us up in here for another 45 minutes.
You right. No, you lucky on. It's time. It's time to go. Final words. Let's get out of here. Final words.
I don't go ahead, Tim. I need to settle down.
I don't even let me try to think of something deep. I don't have nothing deep. I just want to say, hey guys, it's hot outside, and the time to hydrate is not when you're walking out the door. Okay? That's not the time to hydrate. You need to drink water now in your coolness, in the cool of your house. Okay, you need to stop drinking all that sugary stuff because it's gonna dehydrate you, and you can still pass out even if you're drinking water while you're outside. Drink your water now. Get your electrolytes in now. Cut off on all that sugary stuff because it's not gonna get no better. This summertime, we here. Okay, y'all see the third button down. The hamburger meat is out. It's summertime. You understand? It's going down. All right.
We outside.
We outside, and you need to hydrate yourself while you're in the house. Cut all that sugar. Cut the sugar in half because that's pulling from your hydration of your body. A lot of us walk around here dehydrated, don't even know it. All right. Drink your water while you're in the house, while it's cool and all that stuff. Get plenty of water in your system. When you go out there, you can sweat it out. You can do whatever you got to do, and you good to go. That's right. The hamburger meat is out. You know what I mean? It's out, and it ain't going back in until the winter time. All right. So we here. So that's my final words. Hydrate.
What are the temperatures here? It was 90 today.
Yeah, it was up there. Yes. Supposed to rain this weekend at some point. I don't know when, but it's not heavy rain, so we're gonna be right back to it. So hey, drink your water. Yep. Yeah. So go ahead, whoever next, or whichever, whoever.
I'll go. My final words is: if you are not currently in a relationship and feel the need to give relationship advice on a thing called Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything that will be viewed publicly by everybody, I would like to give you these words of advice. Don't do it. It's not for you. Don't do that. It's crazy as it is. It needs to be said because a lot of people out there are they giving advice on inappropriate authority. So
they driving without a license.
Not even a learner's permit. And they're not even looking for one.
They ain't trying to get one.
And they want to tell you what the road signs mean.
They riding dirty.
You need to tell them, have several seats. And
parking and catch an Uber.
Hey, where's Erica when you need her, bro?
Nothing. Hey, and if Tyler is watching, you probably watching the replay, Tyler. Yo, you sent a great thing that we want to talk about, but I didn't want to talk about it without the ladies here. So we're gonna talk about it. Probably, I don't know. We might not do it on Monday. We probably do it next week, but we definitely gonna get back to it. All right, Tyler. We gonna talk about it.
We gonna talk about it for sure. We might pull you in, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, if you ain't busy, we might pull Tyler in here.
Yes, sir. We need to talk about that.
He raising the nation over there. I see what you're on, my brother. I understand it. I got you.
Salute.
Oh yeah. What you got, Zoe?
My final word is heavily unrelated to what we just talked about. My final word is a very simple final word. Free Brittany Griner. That girl has been in Russia for too long, in a Russian jail. WNBA season has started. Free Brittany Griner, please. Let that girl come back to the U.S. and play some basketball. That girl has been in jail for months because she had a vape pen that has some THC oil in it. I ain't trying to sit here and say that everybody should be vaping weed, but if you're gonna hold somebody in a Russian jail for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months because of a vape pen with some THC oil, come on now, Russia.
No, it ain't because of the vape pen. It's because they can. It's
exactly.
that simple.
Exactly.
Because they can.
They using her to make an example of her, and I ain't with it. So free Brittany Griner, whatever we got to do. We got to take some action. Let's take some action, but we can't let that girl sit over there in that jail for too much longer. They just extended her sentence for another 30 days today.
Really?
Yeah. So free Brittany.
Cool. Not cool at all.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. But that's it. That's all we got. It's been a day. And we will end on this light note. Again, where's Erica when you need her, but kind of her mama to fill in the cracks. A lot of women saying that they are boss chicks. I will pimp slap some of that with that mess. Appreciate y'all watching Sticks and Stones. You know the saying goes, sticks and stones may break your bones.
These words will help you. Just
Appreciate
maybe.
y'all. Peace.
All right, guys. Peace.
Doses.